Hello, guys. Today I have a question that I want to ask you guys. The question is like, is it okay for a married man to have a side chick? So let me start this side.
Wow. And it's an interesting question. And so I would say thanks for asking that particular question. And I know people watching me now might be preempting what's going to be the answer that I'm going to give.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, from an honest point of view, I don't think it's a good thing for someone who is married to have an extramarital activity. That's how I defined it.
Yeah.
Which is not cheating.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it from two aspects. One has to do with the religious aspect, and the second one has to do with social aspect. So for the religious aspects, me being a Christian, and from the doctrines I have been taught, it is a sin because it is known as adultery. And in the book of Exodus chapter 20, I think verse 14, it talks about for a married person not to commit adultery, be you man or woman. So you doing that is a sin, and sin will know the consequences of sin, because the Bible explained that also. But I'm not here to preach about the Bible. But generally, as a religious person, as a Christian to be specific, extramarital activity is a sin and is not acceptable. A tip about the Islamic side of things, again, is a sin. That's why for the Muslims, they've been allowed to marry more than one person. So that limits you, or that serves as a reason for you not to have an extramarital activity. If you think the one person is not enough, you go for a second one. If you not go for the third one and the fourth one. So religiously, it's not good, it's a sin. And then again, to the social aspect, of course, it's a disrespect to your wife. If you love your wife, you should not cheat on your wife, because when you cheat on the wife, there are consequences. She will lose her respect in society, to her fellow colleagues, and so on and so forth, even to the family, because now you have more attention to the side chick. You divide attention. The 100% you're supposed to give to your family, your wife, and your kids, you're giving it to a third person. So for me, it's not good and it's unacceptable.
Thank you so much for the question that you have posted. I'm really excited to hear that question. I'll be brief on that question. So to answer it directly is that from my point of view, having side chick is not, it doesn't sound well, or is not good. In one way or the other, I will say that as a leader, you need to be an example. So when you are having a side chick, it's like you are telling your society or the area that you are living in that we should live a disordered way. It's like you don't have a manner, especially if you want to have a different or another wife. So you should make it legally, because according to traditional African society, so marrying more than one wife is also allowed. But when you come to Christian ways of living, so one wife is enough for one man. So having side chick is not good. But if you are unable to control yourself with that one wife, it is better to marry another one and leave one of the religion. Focus on traditional society. Thank you. And I also would love to hear from you in the comment section if it's right for a man to have a side chick or it's not right. If you say it's right, then give us the reasons. We have had their reasons. So thank you so much. Yeah, ciao.